Hi, everybody. Jason here. What's going on? I wanted to say a few words about relationships, of course, and a quick announcement that we have a scholarship opportunity for our signature course, Relationship Mastery. So stay tuned if you want the deets on that, all right? And I want to make sure I'm actually live here. It says I am, but if you leave a comment, then that helps me know that, that we're on track here. Okay, too many people out there are not advocating for their needs in a relationship. And I want to explain what I mean by that, and then I want to talk about the scholarship, right? So this is just a brief live here. I'm on Facebook and YouTube mostly. I'm not on Instagram currently. That your needs matter, okay? Your needs matter. And spiritual people like to be in relationships where they don't get their needs met. But it's kind of a contradiction because you're in a relationship, and in a relationship you actually need some things. You need the person to treat you with kindness, respect, dignity, basic common sense skills, right? And like behaviors. That when we join forces with another person, it's like hopefully we have an expectation that they'll be good to us, and that we have an expectation of ourselves that we'll be good to them. Right? And that expectation to me is a need. It's a human fundamental need. And one of the things I want you to try on that you need is you need to feel emotionally safe to open up and express yourself honestly. And then you need to be received and seen and understood, or at least a very strong, consistent attempt that the other person is making to understand you. You know, would you agree that you need that? I need that in my relationship. Now, when the power dynamics are different, parent-child, for example, parents don't need to be seen or acknowledged or understood by their kids as much as the kid needs to be understood by the big people. So I'm talking about mutual equal power dynamics, right? And so I want you to just consider that you deserve to be treated that way. You're just, you have some issues like me and like everybody else. Totally. We could talk about those. But it doesn't matter. You still deserve and should be treated with respect. And the other person should take an interest in your inner life, your emotional life, your dreams and thoughts, your fears and hopes, your triggers, your traumas. You want to be with people that take an interest in you, in your interior, not just how you look or the money you make or how you behave on the outside, but what's going on the inside. Because you can't have secure, strong partnerships unless people are paying attention to your interior. All right. So you might want to write this down. I need to feel emotionally safe so that I can express myself honestly and be received. And the people I choose to be in a relationship with, let's make the assumption that they also need that. So we want to behave in a way that has them feel emotionally safe, and they're free to express themselves. And even though their expression might trigger us, we can hang in there with them because we care about them, and we can learn to understand them even with their sloppy communication. I'm not talking about below the belt communication where we ridicule each other and disrespect each other. I'm not talking about that. Don't choose relationships with people like that. Okay? All right, awesome. So now I want to talk about the scholarship. Okay, it's very important that you have access to tools, and I've made a pretty good effort, I think, to provide years and years of free content on social media as well as our free podcast. And hopefully you've learned a lot if you are a podcast listener, for example, with the 400 and something episodes. So if you actually listen to every single episode, you'd get a pretty good education in how relationships work and how to improve, right? How to do it better for free. But sometimes it's hard to hold ourselves accountable when we listen to a podcast in the car or on a run or at the gym. It's easier when we're in a group setting and we have the support of other people and the accountability of other people. And it's been shown that people tend to learn better in groups because it sticks. And there's the Hawthorne effect, which you might have heard about, that basically studied people when they're being watched, when people are being watched, they tend to perform better and follow through on what they say they're going to do. So that's why I created a class used to be called The Deep Psychology of Intimate Relationships. Now it's called Relationship Mastery, where people will hold each other accountable and be seen in like going through a course, and they'll be tracked and noticed that, did you do your homework? Did you do the exercise? All right, you doing the work? Are we going to practice together? That kind of thing. That's why gyms, like CrossFit gyms, do really well. It's why people that train for marathons, train in groups, do better than people that train on their own, because they are held accountable and they're being noticed and tracked. So Relationship Mastery is a 9-month deep dive into all things relational. And particularly it's about helping you move from insecure relationships to secure relationships. That's with family, friends, and certainly a partner. And in the class, it's the class really I created because I got tired of complaining about we're not taught this in high school or college. It would have been really helpful if we were. So I just said, okay, I'm going to create a course. And hundreds of people have gone through this course now. And the people that finish, which is now most people, have massive results like, I'm a better parent, I'm a better partner, I feel more secure in myself, I like myself more, I'm a better communicator, I'm a better listener. And these are permanent life upgrades. This is not like a weekend workshop where you go and you have a big opening and then you kind of are like, wow, this is amazing. But then a week or two goes by and you're kind of back to your old habits. This is a different kind of experience where you apply yourself consistently over time. And if you keep showing up, as you probably have in your life with other things, when you consistently show up, you change, right? Behavior changes and you become a better, stronger, more resilient person if you stay with it. And I'm really interested in, long practice, because long practice nets the result that I'm looking for in my life, right? If I want to get fit, which I am and do, I go to the gym consistently, I do yoga consistently, because I know that if I do that 5 days a week at least, I will completely transform my body and how I feel inside myself, right? But that I can't do that for a couple days and expect a result, right? I've got to do that consistently, probably now for the rest of my life, because I want longevity. I want to meet my kids, grandkids someday. I want to be around. So I want to take really good care of myself. So similarly, let's take really good care of our relationships, because they are probably the single biggest determining factor of our life satisfaction into old age. That's certainly according to the Harvard 84-year now Harvard study on human relationships and human development. Okay, cool. So what's the deal for you scholarship people? And we'll leave this up for a little while. So let me make sure I've got my document here. I'm going to be looking down because that's where my document is. So you need to apply if you want a scholarship. Okay, we make everybody that comes into the relationship school that wants a scholarship, they've got to apply. And this is mainly our BIPOC, LGBTQIA2S plus scholarship. So if you feel like you are essentially marginalized in the world, I know as a white male that you get shit on and not respected way more than I do. And it's chronic for people that are marginalized. It's not some kind of happens once in a while thing. It's kind of consistently chronic in this culture where there's hatred and racism and so many things that occur that suck. And so we're saying, cool, because maybe you haven't had as strong of an opportunity as, say, someone like me has, then cool, we want to help you out and offer you an LGBTQ IA plus now, 2S plus, keeps changing, and a BIPOC scholarship. So just apply, okay? You can't lose anything just by applying. It's a little bit of time, all right? So you got to complete the Relationship Mastery application process. The number of scholarships we give out is based on need. We don't guarantee that you're going to get a scholarship. We're very serious about making this a legitimate scholarship. All our applications are reviewed. So just complete the form. And, if you have a desire in your heart to change your life, I'd love you in this course, okay? And the scholarship is basically 20% off our full price of the course, which is 52 weekly payments of $59. That equates to about $3,000, which you might say is a lot, but 20% off is significant considering the retail. And this is off the sale price, essentially. The retail price of this course is about $6,000. And again, I know that's a lot. And I know that when you push yourself and you invest, you're not going to, like, when the gym is so cheap, let's say you go to whatever the gym is that's like $10 a month, a lot of people actually don't go because it's like there's no pain in feeling the sting of their money coming out. So this it's enough that's going to have you feel like, I'm pushing myself. And so I'm going to show up and do every single exercise, every single class. I'm not going to miss a partner call, etc. Okay? So we want you to fully commit if you're going to do this. So just apply to the scholarship, see if you can get this, and then come join our community of, relational leaders who are trying to step up and make this world a better place by being more relationally sound, being better listeners, better communicators. Every area of society needs people like you to sharpen your sword so that you can help people out when they're falling down and when they're not getting along. And of course, this starts in the home. It starts with us looking in the mirror and how do we treat ourselves? How do we treat our partner? How do we treat our kids, our parents, our friends? I want you to be the best version of you. And that's a relational kind of spiritual journey, really. Okay, yeah, the regular price is, I think, $125 is what I'm getting here. So $59, that's quite a significant, it's almost half in terms of the regular price. But we're talking 20% off the sale price. All right. Either way, love to see you in there. Remember, you deserve great connection, and we can't just hope and pray that happens. We've got to actually do the work to value ourselves enough to stop tolerating people who treat us poorly and bring in people who treat us well. And that requires effort, right? So I'd love you to join us if you can make it, okay? So what's the link and where to go? You're going to go to, it's not even in the doc. You're going to go to relationshipschool.com/relationship mastery. relationshipschool.com/relationship mastery. And I think if you scroll down, you'll see the place where it says apply for a scholarship. All right. And this is open again till Friday. Today is Tuesday. All right. So you got a couple days to get this done. And the application shouldn't take you more than a few minutes. And we'll make a decision. Okay. So make sure you apply before Friday. We'll leave these videos up till then. relationshipschool.com/relationship mastery. And scroll until you see the section scholarship. All right. Okay. Thanks. Back to your beautiful day, your beautiful self, and we'll talk soon.